They bait all of you to only use the best things because they make you care about those external progress metrics, the fuel. Well, I need to get the win. I need to get more rewards. I need to get this. I need to get that. So you guys don't even try. Like, I think about it like in a card game. Just think about this, guys. Any collectible card game, anything, right? Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Hearthstone, things of that nature. Anything. And I'm sure there's people that have sports cards and stuff like that too, okay? Anything though, any card game. I'm telling you guys that there's certain cards that are more powerful than others. That's intentional, by the way. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Well, if it was balanced correctly and like there was downsides to using them, then sure. But I'm telling you guys that they simply make it that some are better than others. You could say that that's part of learning the game and the strategy. Like, well, okay, that card is better and that card is better, and you start knowing which one is better and what's not. But what ends up happening is that once it's figured out, usually most people then just rely on what other people say. Like, well, what are the best players doing? Or what are those people saying? And they just copy them. So what ends up happening is, like, let's say there's 1 million cards. But the best players say these are the best 100 cards. Do you guys understand that 95% of the people probably use the same 100 cards? If there's 1 million cards and we're only using 100? Why? How? Because everyone now just cares about that progress metric of, well, I need to win. I need to do that climb. That's what matters. That's my fuel. And I'm like, what if it was just like, how could we learn how to use these other? What if there was actually better cards? What if there were actually cards that countered those? Yet no one actually explores them anymore at all. I'm not saying that they do, right? The problem is that the developers usually actually design it that those cards really are just the best. It's usually the case. And there's nothing you can do, because if you ever use anything else, I'm telling you guys, the balance is so off that you lose. Yet, what if that didn't matter to you anymore? What if you actually didn't care if you lost? People are like, what? Why wouldn't you? That's the whole point. That's the whole point of playing. No, it's not. What if you're now you've played it, you're like, I just want to explore all the cards. I want to just try things. I just want to see how they operate. I actually just want to see the power of them. I'm like, wow, this card is so weak in comparison. I'm like, why would they design this card so weak? I'm like, it's a cool card, but I'm like, why is it so weak? Like, what was the point of it? Like, why did they do that? Like, no one's going to use it. It has so many downsides. Why would they do that? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this card, but the problem is that what makes one card wrong is that the other ones are just too good. Do you guys get it? So the balance is off. When the balance is off, the only thing that's stopping each and every one of us is ourself. Is learning how to create self-limitations, is learning that we need to explore. But if we're never taught that, because that would be progress, right? You're like, well, I'm just gonna explore all these things. But I'm not saying, because remember I said, if the difficulty is there, you can't really explore anymore the same way. You have to use what you can. You have to. But most of the time in life, what you're gonna all realize is it's not designed to the point where you have to use one set way. It's not. Almost nothing in life is. I'm telling you guys, if you really experiment it, almost nothing in life is designed to the way that we have to do one way. They make us focus on one ability and to maximize that one ability. It can be fun. I'm telling you guys, it can be fun once in a while to do so. You're like, okay, let's go all in. Let's try to add as much scaling and as much good things around this one strategy and see it play out. And you do it and you're like, wow, I was powerful. We just won. We just thrived. We just accomplished our storyline. But I'm like, there's more to that, guys. Why did that become our focus? Do you guys understand? Like, we were trying to create an evolve experience new, and now we just cared about the win. Because that's just, a win is just fuel to keep trying. You guys get it? A win, a victory, it's just a progress metric. It's just fuel. Like, hey, keep exploring, keep walking, keep trying, keep going. Because if you have too many losses, most people like take that as a negative because that got installed in them, and then they're going to stop. I'm like, hey, no, just keep trying. Here's a win. You did good. Keep trying. Here's a win. Keep trying. Keep exploring. Keep creating new. Keep trying new things. Keep approaching things differently. That we stopped doing that because they changed it, right? Now our focus is the one ability. What's going to get us the win? what is going to get us the win? What is going to get us the win? That's the only ability that we now care about, each and every one of us. Nothing else matters anymore. So there's no more exploration. There's no more trying in anything. This is how they do it in every single industry. This is how they weaponize progress, just so you guys know. First people start progressing and exploring, but then anything that has some, I call it like bench life, I guess you could call it. But I just think of it like World of Warcraft or like Final Fantasy Online. Those games got figured out. But the first so everyone, people don't even understand what they're doing, but everyone always is going back. Do you guys understand? They always go to the past to try to like recreate that feeling of like, why was the game so fun at first versus now? And they attack the game now when, if many ways, the game is better designed now than it was back then. I mean it really is better designed. Like they have figured out so many lessons. But the problem is everyone now is like stuck to the past, but no one can piece together or conceptualize what it is. And I'm saying back then it wasn't figured out yet. People were exploring, people were trying. Once the optimal got figured out and how to win got figured out, well, the game kind of lost its luster. I just think about like all those games when we were kids, right? Like when we were playing a game or when we were exploring something or an industry or whatever, we don't really know what's around the corner. Okay, guys? We don't really know what's around the corner. So everything is just new. Everything's like, whoa, that's possible? Like, that's so cool. Like, imagine if you guys have never seen a bird before and you finally see a bird, right? That feeling is what we all seek deep down, because that's new. That's called exploration. That's called moving forward. That's called progress. You're making progress. You're learning more about the world. And I'm saying, try it out, guys. That's why I keep pushing all of you to video games, because each thing's a whole new world. And when you're learning a new game, you're like, whoa, there's this. And like, what's this? And like, what's this? And what's this? Same thing with a movie, the same thing with a book. Like, it's learning new. Same thing with like learning a new industry. So if you guys have been doing the same story for years, you're vulnerable. You're extremely vulnerable. You guys need to keep trying new things. And no, adding in AI in your industry is not a new thing. You guys could need to completely change your story, completely. So everyone's always like trying to go back. Like, what was it back then? I'm telling you, World of Warcraft today, I don't play it, but I just see it. I watch it from afar. Like they recreated, they call it like classic World of War. They restarted the game from the beginning. Do you guys understand? They restarted the game from the beginning, and people are replaying it. And I'm like, why would they do that? It's because people can't understand what it is. They don't realize that it's because they stopped exploring now in the present. They don't get it. They just can't piece it together. That they're getting baited to focus on the optimal. They're getting baited to focus on what matters. Like, there's no more strategy. They look for the win. They look for the fast. They look for what skips progress. And all the developers design around that. And this is every industry, by the way, guys, because they want more access. They want more people to consume it. So they're never going to make it more challenging. They're never going to get rid of the I win buttons. They're never going to force people to explore the way they used to. And you guys understand, then they go back to the past and they try re-exploring something again. But then they're like, it's not the same. Like, it's not that good. And it's because, well, guess what? They already know the answer, the best optimal path. So they go back there and they play the optimal way. And they're like, it's not the same. I'm like, well, yeah, because you already know. That's how they do it, guys. Like, they make you focused on one ability, on the win. That's your metric, that's your fuel. And then, since that's how they destroyed everything, you guys get it? They weaponize progress by making you guys all care about more people consuming. And they ruin everything like that. Because we focus on the wrong things then. It corrupts our focus. And that's how every single thing got corrupted. Because they baited all of us to just get more people to consume our stuff. So we make more power, we ease up access, we focus on the win buttons rather than everything. Progress metrics are just one skill in our story.